What do I owe the honor? What do you want? Should last you a good while. That it? Fine.
Have you tried Molly's lemon tarts? I've never had.
Canva lost. I'm sorry, but... Miss, can we read Miss Editor's story for a lesson? How was she? The Enterprise, I mean.
Ah, Sid. Just a man.
Don't tell me. You need more bomb ash.
Oh, no. We still got... I'm working on bringing another one of the Chief's designs to life. This time, it's got a reverberatory hood over the top. But, let's just say, only mithril engines get hot. Trouble is, we won't be up... And I hear you want...
If it's for the good of the hideaway,
Oh.
So,
We've got...
more full. So this...
That's for... And what's more, we've collected...
So you want me to...
That's it, and we're only... There's one up and another.
All right.
It'll do.
With Canva in the hands of Akashic, we need to find him. Port.
Clive! You watch yourself out there, all right?
Clive, if you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that.
The stew's awfully thin these days.
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me. Where are you?
Can I help you, Sid?
I'm looking for Doris. Is she here?
I'm afraid not. She's at Martha's Rest on a job. My job, actually. When she heard what the mission was, she insisted on going herself.
Did she?
Following up on... Once they'd settled it.
The slaver Cole's team would... I'll go and find her.
If she's not moved...
Why would Doris insist on going alone? Maybe Cole was right to be worried.
We've got a few rooms going. Spare 9. You want to...
Doris should be somewhere nearby. Assuming she's still here.
Just because the heavens have gone to reckon.
Nearly done.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
It's been a pleasure, Doris.
I'll give your offer some thought, my lady.
How goes the investigation?
Sid, what brings you to Martha's Rest?
You. I heard you were out here on your own.
Of course. And it had to be me. The bearers from... She's no fool. If we'd come in force, she would have spotted us straight away, and then vanished without a trace.
That was her just now, wasn't it? So...
I'd say so. Seems her time in Rosaria is coming to an end. After her brush with those beasts, she's dangerous.
Then I'm going with you. I'll take care of the escort.
The Baum Arches.
Run like the wind. Time to fight. Good. They haven't broken camp yet. How did Doris come to know a slaver, I wonder?
We've waited long enough. She's not coming. Ready the bearers. We're leaving.
Back to civil...
With all haste. Lest any of you lackwits start talking like these feckless bumpkins. I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, it appears we have company. Kill him.
You're welcome to try. Too slow. Nice try. So much for your escort.
You'll forgive me for not avenging my men. I'm not the swordswoman I used to be. I surrender. Do with me as you wish, Sid the Outlaw.
Sid!
Ah, Doris. I take it you're not here to rescue me from our brooding renegade? You know, I always wondered where you'd but casting your lot with this criminal of all people.
Better fighting for a cause than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have told you sooner. This woman, my former master, once trained bearer children to be weapons in service of the highest bid. She raised me like a daughter, and I did terrible.
It wasn't all terrible, surely. You were always so eager to learn, but you, how about it, my little dagger?
I never swore my blade to you, nor will I ever. I fight for a higher to liberate the bearers of this world. Farewell, master.
You always were a righteous. Perhaps that's the reason I loved you so.
What do you want to do with her?
I am not the killer she wanted me to be. Not anymore. And she no longer has friends in high places. The Dame does, though. Her connections at the Imperial Court will see that justice is done.
All right.
I am. And thank you.
And I should head back to the hideaway and put Cole's mind at ease.
Welcome back, Sid. Doris's message just arrived. I hear you saved more bearers from being smuggled across the border.
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideaway shortly. Oh, and your letter. You don't need to worry about Doris anymore.
I'd been hoping as much. She mentioned one or two things in her... So the slaver she's been arrested, but she won't be getting off lightly. Can't have been easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't.
I hope so. You had quite the past yourself. Anyway.
Keep up the good work. Damn it. The whole village is turned. Too slow. Blizzard! I'll need to deal with these ones first. Spherical echo. This is it. Right then. Just too much. Fine. Two down. So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
Clive!
And the Akashic?
Mostly off to the north still. Enough.
Well done.
What? I'd never have guessed, you know. Not if August hadn't let slip. Who'd have thought that the savior of Dravost would turn out to be the realm's most infamous, keen to help us out again?
Thought you could sneak off without me, did ya?
Blackthorn.
Oh, what are you doing here?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down. Unlike my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. Zoldan, how long's it been? Long enough for us two to turn into a pair of old codgers, I see.
That your idea of an apology?
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best.
But that ain't the whole of it. Vulcan, our master, didn't leave the chiefdom to the two of us. He left it to me. The best blacksmith in Dravost, barring himself, of course. Bloody stupid tradition, in my opinion. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me. So you're what Dravost needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the consequences. I may be a selfish prick, but I only did what I felt I had to.
What you had to do was your duty.
Even if it meant we all starved?
Enough. You can finish beating each other up once.
Fine. I've said my piece anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stuck my nose short enough on top. Still... You,
We can't afford to wait.
Right you are. Don't want any... Oh!
Akashic on them.
How close?
With it? No.
Good.
Understood.
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Well, let's just... No.
I'm stopping if you were there, Wonk. Take me.
And...
All right. Is that it? Apparently not. Getting past me. question is, did I miss any?
Man alive! You're still in one piece! As many as I...
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two.
Good.
In time...
Sid! You're even more fearsome than your reputation. Enough to give those Akashic monsters nightmares. But mostly, I felt...
I'm afraid of there's no getting rid of that ether flood, meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up
And that's if the flood don't spread. I hate to say it, but the village's days are numbered.
That may be, but... With ether floods, we'll fortify, and I'll see...
All right.
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you've turned up when Dravosh needed you. So... thanks.
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have left without talking it over with you first.
Too bloody right you shouldn't. Though I doubt it, I always envied you. How you made everything. You leaving gave me the perfect excuse to hate you. And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. But what you said earlier, you'd have been the death of this place.
Finally. Something we can agree on. I hope you see the sense of it eventually. You kept it
alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but... Dravosh isn't what it once was. Our work used to be the pride of Dalmekia. Now, we churn out the same It's not about the craft anymore. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths are making. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example, but... no one sees the point. The average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current lot. Come back to us, Blackthorn. Remind Dravosh what a true master blacksmith looks like. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work at the same forge again.
That's a kind offer. Kinder than I deserve. And I wish I could accept, but I'm needed elsewhere. There's people who trust their lives to my steel, and I daren't let them down.
Fair enough.
But that doesn't mean I could... Let's see if...
I'd like that.
Just be sure that...
I never...
I'd say that went pretty well, wouldn't you?
Even better than I'd hoped.
Sid.
And this is?
A token of a... But I'm of a mind to make you a far... Designs for a certain sword have been passed down from chief to chief for generations.
Now hold on, Zoltan. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. There's not been a craftsman equal to the task. I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel. And I've learned to hone an edge. Odin will be... But the engravings on that thing are enough to make a and they're not just for show.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravosh in the first place? A certain... I knew I'd never surpass you with the hammer and tongs. So I turned between the two.
You know what? Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan came back to the hideaway, would you?
He's more than welcome. As long as he can keep our secret.
Right. Zoltan, get your tools. We've got a legend to forge.
Why, you
Don't get surrounded.
It's over.
Too slow. That's all of them. Owain can uncross his toes now.
come back.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of Papio nuts and all.
Ah, the man himself.
We were just about to make a start on that sword I promised you.
It's funny, but none of this would have been possible without your help. You remember Camille? We'll be using his leather work for the grip. The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here. And that whetstone from the Outer Isles, that'll be what gives the blade its edge. And the final flourish will be my talented colleague.
A team effort led by the greatest blacksmith alive.
Now, save that talk till the thing's finished, yeah? Right. I'm ready if you are.
To the bellows it is, then.
Well, bugger me. We actually did it.
The sword to end all swords. Ragnarok.
It's quite something.
I trust you'll take good care of it.
Thank you. Both of you.
So, does this make you pair the greatest craftsmen alive, then?
This? Nah. This was just following the footsteps of the greats of old. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history. But we're up for the challenge. Here.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from Dravozd.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something even better than the Ragnarok. Something worthy of a legendary outlaw like yourself.
That's a weapon I'd like to see. You leave this list with me.
I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next, who fancies raising a cup to friendship reforged?
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something to celebrate.
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's boys are on their way!
Trouble with your gear, or... I never thought me and Zoltan, and if it had... Friend... Unless that is... Yeah. Oh. Cover guard up. So, will it be? And?
Have you tried Molly's lemon tarts? I've never had them.
Canva lost. It can't be true.
Miss, can we read Miss Editor's story for our lesson?
How was she?
The Enterprise, I mean.
Ah, sir.
Good, thankfully.
Oh. May I the Telemon furnace! In bad!
She's a beauty.
You saved my bacon again, Sid! And I...
It's fine, really. My bags,
Oh, don't say that. I'm sure I can make a few improvements.
You could just...
How about that clasp? Looks a bit stiff. Reckon you could loosen it, and I reckon it's a mess.
Stretch.
Ah. So, what do you reckon?
It's actually quite ingenious. Thank you, Owain.
Shh, don't mention it. You earned it. And I wanted to get some practice in using that metal anyway. Reckon we'll have all kinds of uses for it around the hideaway. Can't think of any right now, but that's our job, innit? Dreaming up new ways to make life easier around here. Maybe even out there, too. One day, the whole world's gonna know about the inventions you've helped us put together. That bag of yours will be the...
Well, hardly...
So, she don't need sails?
Ah, Clive, I was just about to send for you. I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade up in Eastpool. Seeds for planting. Thought it was about time they started growing their own food. I'll keep providing, but if Eastpool's going to survive, it's got to be able to fend for itself. As of those poor bearers. They've lived their whole lives in servitude, but now they're their own masters. Small wonder. And if you're Sir Wade's put...
All right.
There.
Gizal greens.
Not the most mouth. Better that and chop the Anyway, I'll go up.
I'm sure you...
Ah, what brings you to East?
A delivery from Martha.
These are Gizal greens. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings, then, is she? I jest, of course. You see, but they'd long since gone to sea.
Martha was hoping so that they'll be able to fend.
That's not a bad idea. These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought them here. They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their loved ones. Unless we teach them how to live like freemen. Not that myself, it's about... Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering.
The Horde! They're coming, so wait, all of them.
Damn it all. I thought we'd have... Gather the men in the square.
Yes, sir.
The Horde.
A Kashek, a veritable legion. We don't have the...
Now you're out of time.
Precisely.
What if you...
You mean the...
So what? They may...
You're right, my lord. I will... My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter. To serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will. A home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
What are you doing?
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. For Eastpool!
For Eastpool!
Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield, my lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akashek, Each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing. With luck, that point will be the village square, the perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and fall upon them, and for you and I to finish them off.
I'd say you have both in abundance, Sir Wade, but you'll be needed. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory.
Sir Wade! They're here!
Then you know what you must do. We work together, everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall, that Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
And I will do as you are.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too, then.
Right you are.
The calm before the storm. And here it comes. I will not let this village fall. It's over. It's over. Too slow. Stay down. Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rossfield! Change of plan!
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic remain in Eastpool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I think the worst is behind us. I could order a detachment or two to fall back and...
No. Let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the Curl. Join me only when Eastpool is won.
If you're sure, my lord. May the Founder protect you.
This one's mine.
With me, Torgal. Nice try. All right. Back to Eastpool.
Lord Rossfield, the Curl, is it?
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. And for you. We were able to eradicate the rest of the... I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for further... I hesitate to say it, but... I think it might be over.
I think it might.
We saved... Thank you, my friends.
No, Sir Wade. It's you brought us together. Showed us what it means to fight for what you...
We never had nothing to call our own before, but now we do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved us, but there's no doubt in my mind. We're free men now. We have to fight.
And we shall. This is our...
They'll have us.
Come on, then.
This village...
They're not slaves anymore.
No. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight. And I believe if he was still with us today, this is what he would...
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help rebuild. After all, this is my home now too. And I could hardly call myself an Eastpoolian if I didn't pull my weight.
I think you'll find it's But you should be proud, all this. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Ma?
Of course. And I was
Indeed.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them.
All right.
Lord Rossfield, do you remember of clearing the goblins from the Stillwind marshes? There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant Morble. Not a trace of fear on your... Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up. When the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down my sword. But every time, I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria...
Thank you. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
I'll do my best.
The hero It's lucky you came by when you... Not only did my seeds...
I just did...
And it's so... Take it.
Thank you, Martha.
So, Eastpool's finally back on its... And a home to free bearers. Who'd have thought we'd see the day, eh?
Well, it was your idea.
I know that, but... I never stopped to think what it would mean, though I suppose... You know, bearers living free like that... Reminds me of when I first met Sid, loath as I am to
I take it you didn't always see eye...
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what I do long before I met... In fact, that's... He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was me, and so... And do you know what he did? He's smart, and then well, just like he...
In, but which is...
And if good is... Any better,
What are you after? There you go. Thanks very much. There you go. Thanks very much. That all, is it?
Everything's back the way it was.
Fresh silk books from the Canberra caravan.
Take that, you know.
Clive! To what do I owe the play? I just wanted to see how the taps... No, but if the people wish me to lead them... Speaking of menaces, maybe I may... I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set, and they...
Well, won't really...
Of the life path. How could I... Vic... Oh.
What's the difference between a lord and a man?
A League of Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition. Still in Dalamil, Victor?
Ah, Sid.
I thought you'd have returned to Cosnes by now.
I did. Then I came back. I've developed something of a fondness for the play, and having worked a cent...
And he said that...
Then you've cut them up.
Or leave it with me.
Those ne'er-do-wells want to band together.
It's over. No holding back. Nice try. That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Torgal.
That's him! The one who killed Locke and Fingers! Take his head off! Stay down!
I'd better let Victor know.
Sid, where are you? Ah, I see the bandits didn't pose you any trouble.
No, but...
No. Something's happened.
What is it?
The whole town's in up. They're saying...
What?
See, something... You're...
And now everyone knows. I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. Oh, look.
All lies, I'll wager. Just like the ones he fed up.
Once people we need to
You're right.
I'm you, mate. There, look. Oh.
Lubor, stay here with the children. I can't promise anything, but we'll try.
And that is all I can ask of you.
Why are you taking the bearers?
Why do they always have to make such a...
He knew all along that he was...
Forgive me for disturbing you, but...
I've seen your face before.
As have I. Lord Underhill, wasn't it? Of the League of Merchants.
That's right. I wanted to...
The rumors that he's a bearer. All...
He'll never be mayor now. Not if I have anything to do with it.
But what of his wares? Bearer or no, his steel is highly valued throughout the Republic. In this, at least, he's done the town a service. Might that not earn him a little leniency?
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us when he was laughing behind our backs all the while.
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us. He lied to you.
So what do you propose? Will you drive him from his home? Close his forge?
Perhaps. That is a question for the... And they will thank you not to get involved.
The townsfolk have made their minds up. There was nothing I could do.
Nor I. Conrad and Natalie refused to consider anything but their own wounded pride.
You never know. Once their anger is cooled, they might see things differently. For now, we should report back to Lubor.
All right.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearer's side? I assume the situation is hopeless?
There's still hope.
But perhaps not in this lifetime, I think it's fair to say.
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. Give them time. We'll talk some sense into them in the end.
No. And your efforts would be better spent elsewhere.
But Lubor...
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie. That a blade is a reflection of the smith who forged it. Yourself be true. That was her point. Rather an ironic one when you consider that her... But I do not doubt, and so must I be. I must do what I know to be right. And now, I know what... I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalamil have something to unite against. For only united can they...
Don't go, we'll be all in...
Trust me, little...
How could it... The least you can do...
I would not take it, Victor. It's over.
Over, you... And so just like that, you're going to throw this town and these children to the wall? I thought you were better than this, but it seems you had me fooled as well.
Victor.
Forget it. Do it.
You sure you're making the right choice, Lubor?
Of those available to me, I believe it's the best one. Ah, but where are my manners? Here. Right then. I have packing to do.
If there's anything I can do,
I'll bear it in mind.
Lord Rosfield, is there aught the Undying might assist you?
Perhaps. Have you learned?
Little. If in as may with of if.
All right.
They might. I.
Enough of you, are there? You're finished. It's over. Oh no. You'll pay for this. There may still be survivors. Whatever that thing is, I'd say it's their leader. Nice try. Should have stayed in the path. These must be Cyril's colleagues.
You have our thanks.
Who are you?
Ah, forgive me, my lord. I did not recognize you. You are Lord Rosfield, are you not? We are archaeologians, tasked with surveying this site. When the echoes appeared, our brothers here thanks to them.
You call that? Your brothers might still be alive if you put their safety before. Surely this survey wasn't worth dying for.
We are charged with uncovering a duty of the highest import.
And you think you're...
I know they would. They gave their lives for the cause. and on now.
Cyril told me of your work here, and I agreed to collect your findings in his...
I see. That is most kind. Pray, take them then. May the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart.
It's one thing to lay down your life for another, but for a survey... I suppose I'd better get this back to Cyril.
Ah, you are
Here.
My thanks. I shall study them, and inform you forthwith if I discover...
Cyril, losses which could have been avoided. Had the others not chosen to complete their work, instead of saving their friend, were these your orders?
No. This was their choice. Every Undying devotes his life to...
Even when death is avoidable.
My lord, I fear that this is not a point over which it would be fruitful. The Undying have served the Phoenix for... We live.
Cyril, I know that you and your brethren answer only to Joshua, but allow me to offer you a word of advice. It does not further the cause of the Phoenix to have his loyal followers surrender their lives without good reason. Provide your survey parties with an escort, that they might live to do their duty for years to think not only of how you can serve the Phoenix, but how Josh... Please.
I thank you for you. If you will permit me to respond, our faith in his grace, Joshua, and we of the Undying will do what we believe is right to fulfill as first shield to the Phoenix. I am sure you understand what it...
I do.
Then we are of the same mind.
What's happened?
That is good.
Yeah.
What is it this time? More wild beasts?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and find...
Don't blame yourself, El. This... I know, no...
Is something wrong?
Bonnie came to get the talk, but no.
But I...
It's this... you... How... You... Even... So...
Well... For meeting this...
Yeah.
You...
All right. To run. Galar, then. Better not keep Eloise waiting. What I wouldn't give for a hot meal.
Looks like this is the end of the road.
When are they gonna let us through?
Thanks, Gal.
Farewell.
I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange?
You wish to consult with...
I did. We had...
You miss it.
I... But...
We the...
Who...
I'm asking that...
Oh,
they pay...
That... No, and...
My...
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
Asa, he was right. No, but I...
Hello. Word from Cashlock. The village is a thing.
Hold on, Theo. I'm coming. It's over! Where's Theodore?
Upriver! He led the... Just...
Time to fight. Where are you, Theo? Stay down! It's over! These creatures have already turned. I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does. Looks like it's found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy. Nice try. Theodore, you had me worried for... We have to get you out of here.
I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take. And that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream.
Theodore! Don't make me do this.
Stop it, Theo! Stop!
Stay back, Eloise! He's turned. And so will you!
Elle.
Theodore.
Take care of my sister.
Theodore, wait.
Goodbye, Elle.
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others...
And now he's gone. Because I sent him to that place. Again.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own.
To live my own life. He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great and I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art, a late bloomer. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables, but before they could.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery, but he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free just as you freed him from...
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time how much easier my life might have been and devoted. But I have never regretted that being with my brother meant more to me than tradition. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night. He was never a burden. If anything...
You weren't, Eloise. That he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he want neither you did, and you always...
You're right. It was so we could be... Oh, Theo. I know Theo wanting. We can make it. I need so ringing and to think. This is the.
I've made it to continue.
Let's.
Nothing like a little unrest.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago. Those things I said before.
Oh, Clive. What am I to do? My wards are not.
What's happened?
Not
and what?
He will.
What is when the...
The would you for you and.
I'll see what I can do. Tell me in the... Or... I may have met this Duke before, at the Remembrance Ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
Halt! Oh, sorry about that. You're the dame's man, aren't you? You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. With the Duke. I was hoping I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let... Right, wait here.
And I but neither you yet try. But why the with care not we plus
should they
if one that's a
The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them? You would so... Yeah, and is...
Do... I'll... A citizen's revolt. I wonder what the people really think of the Duke, wouldn't it? Let's begin with those on the other side of the wall.
All right there.
Just your...
Not as enough.
I heard the dame got an icon to rid the meadows of those guards.
Look, what?
What?
Why? Your stall is...
I've been hearing a lot of...
Okay, just...
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
You're the one who's on the disgusted.
I left everything.
As long as you remain, the veil will
You are embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing yourself.
Hey, look, what?
Excuse me, do you have a...
the thing, and it...
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this. Captain.
For you, thank you.
What do you... It's for... as well.
Thank you. Well, thank.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
Were you able... Well, though they did...
I've needless and...
I've had a thank...
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in, along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it a... Because I realised what really matters to me. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of it, but protecting what I care about. Protecting... I honestly don't know when though, but I'm certain when it was...
All that we think.
Yes, I
No.
wouldn't.
There may be hope for North, but I...
covered in nicks and lumps, the lot.
Ah, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Here you are. All done?
Good morrow to you, my friend. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. Now this, I believe you will find most interesting. What subject shall we consider today?
Run out of pep.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. Best of... You're rubbing me blind, you know. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way. Come back. How do you split the sea?
How are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas. I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken. It's just, I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps the prince feels the same.
What is this place?
Don't move.
It's fresh from the well. Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are you?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you come in.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
I still say it were a compliment.
Ah, Clive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
I'm not here for Mid. I need information on her.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens?
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash. And we have the good if there is.
Then tell us what we...
But no splinters!
All right. If it will get you out, but interrupt. Barnabas Tharm, the one they call the Last King. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canva's streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped, and Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were a right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of...
Probably more visit, Mid. I'll fetch Joshua.
Aye, aye, Captain.